guys, welcome to another recap of The Amazing Race. This is one of my favorite reality shows. Anyhow, Bali last week, this week, Hanoi, Vietnam. So they have to meet up at the theater. There's a U-turn ahead, so caution. Now Connor and Dave, they tell everyone, well, not everyone, they tell Max and Katie and Pam and Winnie that they're going to be self-eliminating on this leg of the race. Because Dad's got to get his legs fixed, because they've only given him 7 days and time's up. So they decide to keep this information to themselves and not tell any of the other teams. So the other two teams decide that they're going to create a little mini alliance. They won't U-turn each other, and they're planning on U-turning somebody in the remaining players of the alliance, and that would be either the YouTubers or the roller derby moms. So whoever gets there first, Zappo. So there's 2 flights. On the first flight was Connor and Dave and Pam and Winnie and Max and Katie. Dave and Connor go right to the mat at the end, and it was a very emotional elimination. I definitely shed a tear. I felt bad for them. They've both been through so much in their personal lives. They were doing great on the race. It just sucks that they have to quit because of a physical injury. So, roadblock time. You have to go to the theater and watch this patriotic Vietnamese song. And isn't socialism great? It was so weird. Alright, at the end of the song, they hold up these signs. It's the name of a book. So they have to memorize the name of the book without writing it down or any kind of, devices. Go and find it on a poster among many posters. So it was pretty difficult. A lot of teams, it took multiple tries. And Megan and Beth, they decided that they were going to team up with the first half and the second half. And it actually took longer because Megan didn't want to leave Beth. So they had to find 2 posters. So next stop, go to the Vietnamese bamboo dance, which was pretty simple, except you had to do it exactly how they were doing it. And Chuck and Winona, it took them several tries because they didn't realize right away that they weren't doing the hands the right way. I saw some other people that weren't doing the hands the right way either, but they didn't make them go back. Alright, detour time. Make your move or make your meal. So make your move, you had to set up this giant chess game. It was kind of challenging because there weren't really any written directions. I mean, you had to kind of figure it out. About half and half. Half the people took the make your move and half the people took make your meal, which was you had to make Vietnam's national dish. You had to get the ingredients in the right weights. People didn't speak English, so it was a little difficult, and the ingredient list was in English. And then you had to watch somebody prepare it and then prepare it yourself. So Max and Katie, it took a couple tries, but they finally got it. Chuck and Winona, I feel bad for them. They got lost. Then they forgot to get the chickens. They didn't realize they needed them. And it took them a couple tries for the ingredients as well. So they kind of fell behind a little bit. Wasn't their week. B-52 Memorial was the next stop. That was also where the double U-turn was. Not just a single U-turn, a double U-turn. And Pam and Winnie got there first, and they decided that they were going to stay true to the pact that they made and U-turn Megan and Joey. And then Megan and Joey got there next, and they saw, uh-oh, somebody U-turned us. We're going to go after Chuck and Winona. So Megan and Joey had to do well, first of all, they did the chess thing, so then they had to go back and do the make your meal thing. And they went after another team from the race had gone to this particular vendor. So the vendor just took it upon themselves to give them all the same things, so they thought that they had given to the one before them, but it was all wrong. So they pretty much had to start over again. So let's talk about the pit stop. Pam and Winnie came in first, and they won a trip to Whistler in Canada. Pretty cool. Second place, Max and Katie. Third place, Mona and Beth. Fourth place, Bates and Anthony. I thought they would have come in sooner, but It seemed like they should have, but I guess they kind of, it took them a long time to get there. I don't know. 5th place, Carolyn and Jennifer. 6th place, Megan and Joey, which means the only team left is Chuck and Winona. And they did get there last. But since Dave and Connor have withdrawn from the race, they are safe at 7th place. They had kind of an emotional little breakdown there. She thinks she's the weakest one on the whole race, which she probably is, but she's such a sweetheart. These two are really growing on me, which is probably the kiss of death for them, because whenever I decide that I like a team, they end up off the race. So I don't like you, Chuck and Winona. I hope you stay on the race. I feel bad for them. They're so sweet. They really are. They're really sweet. Next time, they're going to Botswana to see the Bushmen. They don't wear very much, do they? Till next time, much love.